Alright guys, so I haven't done one of these videos in a very long time, but I think that it's, a video that I should be dropping. You know what I'm saying? Well, NBA 2K23 is around the corner and NBA 2K22 is still, pretty much playable. I'm gonna be dropping a thumbnail tutorial today for you guys. So, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, because I know this video is gonna help somebody. So make sure you guys drop a like for that. What you guys are going to want to do is make sure that you have Photoshop. I prefer 2020, Photoshop CC. I prefer any CC version. If you guys don't know how to get that, just go on your PC, and you guys are going to want to look up how to get Photoshop CC for free. But yeah, you guys are going to need that. And you guys are going to want to just get screenshots from your PlayStation, or you guys could even just get screenshots from somebody else and just practice if you guys want to learn how to make thumbnails. But I personally make thumbnails for myself, so I'm going to show you guys how I do that. Now, the way to get screenshots, alright, is either you have three ways, okay? The first way to get screenshots transferred from your PS4 or PS5 to your PC is a USB flash drive. Basically, you take the screenshot, you plug the USB back into your PS4 or PS5, and then you copy the images that you took on your PlayStation onto your USB drive, and then you just transfer it to your PC and then download the images from there. Or you guys can upload your images from Twitter or to Twitter from your PlayStation and then just save them onto your computer. And then the last one is going to be my most favorite and the best way to get quality images. You guys are going to want to use an Elgato. Go into the Elgato game capture software, and you guys are going to want to just basically take a screenshot. If you guys don't know how to do that, just make sure you guys look it up. But without further ado, enough talking about getting screenshots and stuff like that. Let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so what you guys are going to want to do is make sure you have Photoshop opened. If you guys have the CC version, it's going to say create new or open. Alright, you're going to want to click create new, and you're going to want to make sure that your width is 1280 and your height is 720 for your canvas size. And you also want to make sure that you're in pixels/inch, and that the orientation is on landscape. Sorry about that. So pixels and inch, 1280 by 720, RGB color mode, background contents custom, make sure that it's black. Alright, what you guys are going to want to do is press create. Once you guys do that, you guys are going to want to press file up at the top left corner, go to file, place link. You guys are going to want to double click on your screenshot that you've saved from your USB, from your Elgato or your Twitter account. So just basically double click on them, and then just double click in the middle of the canvas, and then it will basically place them. And then you guys just go to file, place, and then just place them once again. So pretty self-explanatory. The next thing that you guys are going to want to do, okay, is make sure that you guys select all three of these. So if you guys don't know how to do that, click the top screenshot, hold shift, click the bottom screenshot, right click, and go to rasterize layers. Now once you guys do that, what you guys are going to want to do is basically follow what I do. Alright, turn off these layers, and basically, actually no, keep this layer under. Alright, so the two gameplay screenshots, the two screenshots of you greening, make sure that you guys select both of them. So hold the top screenshot, click the bottom, or basically hold control, click the one gameplay screenshot, and then click the second one, and then just press Control T. This is going to allow you to make it bigger or smaller. As you guys can see, I can make it smaller, bigger, you know what I'm saying. So what you guys are going to want to do is you guys are going to want to make sure that you guys zoom out. Alright, if you guys don't know how to do that, just press Z on your keyboard, and then it will bring up the zoom tool. And then how you guys use this is just hold Alt, click, and then if you guys want to zoom back in, let go of Alt, and then just click on your mouse. But there is an easier way to do this. All you guys have to do is just hold Alt and scroll down to zoom out, and then hold Alt and scroll in, or scroll up to actually zoom in and out. Alright, so what you guys are going to want to do once you guys have both layers selected is press Control T, and like I said, this makes the picture or screenshot bigger. You guys are going to want to hold Alt, because if you guys don't, it's going to basically make you guys like it's gonna pretty much like make you guys like not be able to like move it pretty good or make it big on all 4 corners. So as you can see, it's only dragging up this one corner, right? And I want it to drag up all 4 corners at once, right? And if you guys do end up messing up, just press Control Z, and as you guys can see, if I mess up, I can just press Control Z and it goes back to the normal size that it was at. Now, what you guys are going to want to do is hold Alt, click, hold, and drag up, alright? Okay, sometimes it does that and it's really annoying. I don't know why it does that. But you guys are going to want to make your screenshot fairly big. You guys don't want to make it too big because then it will be pixelated and it will look horrible, okay? So I'm going to make it perfect size that I think it's going to be, right? And then I'm just going to turn off the top layer. And then what I did, the reason why I selected both of these is because it will make them both the same size at the same time, and you guys won't have to play around with that. And then all you guys are going to want to do, if your screenshot is moved over and you can't see your player, just hold shift and drag it over. Okay. Now, the next part is the most important, okay? You're going to want to press P on your keyboard, alright? This is called the pen tool. You're going to want to right click and make sure pen tool is selected, okay? Now, what you guys are going to want to do is you guys are going to want to follow my lead, alright? What you guys are going to want to do is place your cursor right by the feet of your player. You're going to want to hold Alt and scroll in, just like that, alright? But don't zoom in too much to where you can't see your like your player good enough, because if you zoom in too much, it's going to look like that and it's going to be annoying. So don't zoom in too much, just zoom in enough to be able to see the player. You're going to want to start at the bottom of the player and work your way up to the top of the player. So basically, if you guys don't know what this is basically the best way to cut out your Myplayer, alright? This is the most efficient way, and it's going to honestly make sure that you have no mistakes, alright? And make sure when you guys are cutting out your player, alright, make sure that you guys don't go exactly on the player, right? Like I am right here. Make sure that you go a little bit inside the player, because then you guys won't have to, you know what I'm saying, cut out more after you guys cut out the player the first time. So if you guys have a curve, alright, if you guys have a curve to where you have to like curve it, you know what I'm saying, like curve it, all you guys have to do is say the curve is going towards the right. You're going to want to hold, you're going to want to click and hold, right? And then drag down, alright? That's going to make it go up to the right. And then to go down to the left, you're just going to want to click and drag up, alright? So it's opposite. I don't really do this much on Photoshop CC just because like it really like acts weird. I don't know why, but I'm not really sure why it does that. But all you guys are going to want to do is just cut out your Myplayer. And I'm going to make sure that I do not cut this part of the video out because it's very, very important, okay? This is one of the most important things, you know what I'm saying? You know, you have good screenshots, you have good cutouts, some dope effects, and you'll have yourself a good thumbnail, alright? And some good text. Alright. So we're already almost done with this. And this also applies if you guys want to put a Myplayer screenshot. The hardest part with Myplayer screenshots is the hair getting cut out. So pretty much just take your time. You don't have to get every single strand of hair. And I'll show you guys an example of hair once I get to it on this mascot. But I'm just gonna cut this out just like so. And I'm gonna take my time, alright? I'm gonna take my time. Once you guys get really good at this, you guys can cut out stuff super, super fast. Alright, so we get to the hair. You're going to want to just basically do your best on cutting the hair out. The hair is the hardest part to cut out because there's so many different lengths of hair. So I kind of just go by what I see, alright? I just kind of eyeball it. So there's little spikes here, so I'm going to make a spike just like this. And you guys are gonna see that my Myplayer screenshot or my Myplayer greening screenshot will be cut out very, very quickly. A lot of people struggle with this, which honestly it's one of the easiest parts if you take your time, alright? It can be very difficult, I'm not gonna lie, it can be very, very difficult for some people. It was for me at first. I'm not gonna lie, I used to have horrible cutout skills, like they were horrible. So once you guys get around the whole player, so as you can see, I started right here. I went around his foot, up his leg, down his other leg, around his other foot, up his leg, around his jersey, around his arm, around his head, his hair, his ears, you know, all that stuff. There's gonna be this leftover space right here. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how to take that out as well. But once you guys get to the last part of this, basically, you're gonna, from the starting point and basically your second to last point placed, you're gonna want to just connect them. All right, once you guys connect them, it's gonna basically just have a path around your player. You're gonna want to right click in the middle of your player, go to make selection, click OK. Some people go to the marquee tool and right click layer via cut, but I honestly just do it an easier way. I just press Ctrl J, and then it will duplicate and isolate this player layer from your background, so it will look like this. And I tend to turn the background layer off just so I can really see what I've missed when cutting out. So I didn't miss much, but I'm gonna just cut out this. So basically the same exact process that it was before. And if you guys mess up, like I said, you guys can literally just press Ctrl Z and it will go back to the point before you messed up. Right click in the middle, press delete on your keyboard, and it would delete that. Or actually, you know what, I'm gonna fix that because I don't like that. Alright, I cut off way too much. Okay, now there is gonna be a couple errors always when you're cutting out. You're just gonna want to press E on your keyboard and use the key next to the letter P to make your eraser bigger or smaller, or you guys can press this drop down arrow and then just change your size from there. I honestly just use the keys next to P, and then just kind of erase, kind of smooth out the edges so that it doesn't look like so rough, like the edges don't look so you know, like a pixel type of thing. And I kind of just smooth it out, make it look a little neater. And if you do mess up, make sure that you guys press Ctrl Z as always. So just like this. I'm trying to go in depth with this video, but I'm also not trying to have it super long, so obviously you would take your time more than I am with this. So you're just gonna keep going around the player until you're satisfied with removing any extra, you know, color. And I just messed up, so for the sake of this video, I'm not gonna really go in depth with it. You guys don't have to do this because the color of the background will still be there, but honestly I just do it. Like there's purple right here, I don't know why, but there is, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna fix this right here because it's kind of bothering me. But once you guys cut out your player, turn your background layer back on, and what you guys are gonna want to do is double click on your player layer. All right, double click and choose bevel and emboss. All right, this is an optional thing. I honestly just do it every single time, most of the time. And turn off use global light, so uncheck use global light. You guys are gonna put the size to 1, the depth to 1000. Make sure the style is inner bevel and the technique is smooth. Turn your opacity for your shadow mode all the way down. Turn your opacity for your highlight mode all the way up, and change the blend mode to normal. Make sure that your gloss contour is linear. And then what you guys are gonna want to do is just click OK. Once you guys do that, you're gonna want to cut out your other Myplayer the same exact way and put a bevel and emboss. For the sake of this video, I'm not gonna do that because, you know what I'm saying, I just wanna get the video done, you feel me, for you. But yeah, once you guys have your player done, what you guys are gonna want to do to make this really pop is go to filter, camera raw filter, or shift control A, but I honestly just do filter, camera raw filter. And what you guys are gonna want to do is make sure that you guys have this menu popped up. You're gonna want to put the contrast to around 25, 26, whatever, around 25. your highlights to about 10 to 15 depending on how it looks. Change your blacks to around 25, your texture to around 25, your vibrance to like 4, and your saturation to 4. So as you guys are going to see, it's going to make your player look way better. You're going to want to do the same thing for your background layer, and the way to do it without having to redo the whole thing is just press Ctrl Alt F, and then it will just copy and place the effect onto the background. Alright, so the next thing that you guys are going to want to do, alright, is you guys are going to want to basically go to filter on the background layer, go to blur, go to lens blur, and you guys are just going to want to make sure the shape is hexagon, the radius is 13, and the threshold is 255. Make sure that the distribution is uniform, and then just click OK. Once you guys do that, it's going to blur the background except for the player layer. And what you guys are going to want to do is you guys are going to want to follow my steps. Alright, once you guys get this type of image, alright, you're going to want to either get a free GFX pack that has a splash, or you guys can purchase mine for $6. It's the cheapest and the best GFX pack for its price. Alright, I have a ton of stuff in here, so I just go to shot meter and splashes, go to big splash or small splash, press Ctrl C, click back on my document, press Ctrl V, and then what you guys are going to want to do is basically just put it right where the player is, like so. Press Ctrl T and just rotate it to your liking, just like this, and then press Ctrl J, put it under your player, so it's going to be a small splash and then a small splash copy. You're going to want to go to the small splash copy, oh my god, and then press Ctrl T, right click, flip horizontal, rotate it once again, and then just basically put it kind of like this, so it kind of looks like it has some depth to it. And then if you guys really want to, you know, get detailed with it, you guys can right click, go to warp, and then just kind of fix it up a little bit, make it look a little bit better. And then once you guys do that, you guys are already almost done with the thumbnail. What you guys are going to want to do is press T on your keyboard. Alright, and you guys are going to put the text. Alright, so whatever your text may be, I'm just going to do best green light jump shot or best jump shot. So best, and the font that I'm using is Burbank Big Regular. Make sure you guys use the font.com to download it. And all I'm going to do once I place my text is press Alt and Shift and just hold, click and hold and drag the text down. Alright, so it's going to basically just duplicate it, and then you guys, if it doesn't drag down, just let go of Alt and then drag it down. And then I'm just going to double click, I'm going to press T on my keyboard, double click, and then just type in jump shot. And then just click the arrow, the check mark up here, press double click on the text again, and then go up to this resize type of thing, and then, okay, I didn't mean to make it that small, and then just drag it up to your liking. I'm gonna make it like this big, right? And then I'm just gonna basically kind of resize it to the way I want it. Alright, and what you guys are going to want to do is go to my layer styles. So here's my layer styles, go to extra layer styles, and I'm going to choose the gray one for my first one. So for best, just right click and go to paste. Alright, and then you guys can use the arrow keys to move it up. And then what you guys are going to want to do is just go to green, which is what I'm using to match the splash. Alright, and then I'm just gonna basically add that. Alright, and you guys can also change this text to something different. I'm gonna actually use adventure instead of Burbank. So once you guys do that, you're gonna want to just select both of these by holding Control, click jump shot, click best, drag it down to the center, make it bigger. Alright, and then once you guys do that, you're going to want to rotate it a little bit, and then let's see here. You guys are going to want to go to Google. Alright, so I'm going to go to Google. Go to images. And then just look up paint streak PNG. And you guys are going to want to choose one that looks good. So I'm just going to choose this one. Then right click, save image as, make sure that it's a PNG, save it to your desktop. Go to file, place linked, and then get it from your desktop. And if it's not PNG, just literally right click. Oh well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm gonna basically just copy the image and then place it. But you guys don't have to use this exact one. I'm just gonna try to find one that actually looks good. Let me just try to find one real quick. Okay. So I'm gonna put a lot in my pack, so you guys don't have to do this. I normally use a different pack for these, just because it makes it easier. So yeah, I'm gonna open that pack. All right, I'm gonna open that pack. And I will put the one that I used in that pack. I will also be putting a PSD of this thumbnail in my pack as well. So if you guys want my GFX pack to make really good thumbnails, make sure that you guys text me on Twitter at risinguniqueyt. It's on the screen, it's in the description, that you guys want to buy my pack. I will basically tell you my Cash App. You guys can send the $6 over, and then I will upload it to Mediafire. And then you guys will be able to actually access the pack. Alright, so I'm just gonna go here, brushes. I'm gonna pick one that I like. Okay, give me 1 second here. I always use a certain one. I honestly forgot which one it is though. Pretty sure it's this one. Okay. So I'm just going to press Control C, copy this over here, and then I'm going to press Control U, turn the lightness all the way down to -100, and then just put it behind the best text, just like this. Okay, and then just basically duplicate it once again, make it a little bit smaller, put it under the JUMPSHOT text. Rotate it a little bit, you know, make it look a little bit better. Alright. And then, if I don't like it being this big, I will honestly just lower the size of the text. Alright. Now, once you guys do all of that, you guys are going to need some effects. Alright. You guys are going to need some effects. So, what you guys have an option to do is you guys have an option to basically press Control U on the background layer, press colorize, lower the saturation all the way, and then basically just double click on that layer, go to gradient overlay, and then choose basics, choose this one right here, change this color to black, change this color to black, and put something in the middle. Or actually no, I messed that up. Alright, choose this basic one. Alright, change this to black, put a color in the middle. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna do a yellow because my player is brown and yellow kinda matches that a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna change the blend mode to color, and I'm gonna lower the scale just a little bit to around 76. Once I do that, I'm going to click on my player layer once again, go to inner glow. I'm gonna change the color to a yellowish, change the blend mode to color dodge, the opacity to 100, change the range to about 87, 85 to 87. Put the size up to about 12 to 15. Put the outer glow, put the size, okay. turn the opacity all the way up, put it on linear dodge add, and I'm gonna change it to a orangish color because I don't want too much yellow. I want this to pop out. Alright, put the size up more than I actually have the inner glow. Or actually, you know what, I'm gonna make this yellow as well. Just make it a little bit of a different yellow. Put the range down a little bit more, put the size up a little bit more. So kind of just customize it to your liking. And you guys can also put a stroke on your player if you guys want to. Make the fill type gradient and then just choose the yellows that you actually chose. Alright. So just like this. Okay, you guys can, that's honestly optional, you guys don't have to do this. I never really do it, so it's just an option. So once you guys have your player all set up and stuff and it looks like this, you guys can also make the screenshot a little bit bigger if it kind of looks too small. So mine, I think, kind of looks a little too small. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Alright, once I do that, what I'm gonna do is I am going to add another text. Alright, now the reason I'm gonna do that is because I honestly feel like it's plain, so I'm just gonna say for all builds with an exclamation point, and then I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller and put it under the JUMPSHOT text, and I'm gonna change the fonts to something different. So let's see here. I'm going to do Republica Minor 2.0 or Mirror. It's a weird name, Republica Minor, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so once you guys do that, I'm actually going to change this to builds, not build. Alright, I'm just going to do this. And also, make sure that you guys center your text, because it will make it, no, not vertical center, it's horizontal. So it will make it look 100 times better, I'm not even gonna lie. So just like that. Alright, I'm gonna change the color of this text to yellow because that's the background layer. So let me just go to my pack, change the layer style, go to yellow, copy, and then I will paste this onto the for all builds text, just like so. Alright, just like that. I'm gonna move it down a little bit. I'm going to press Ctrl J, just drag this down a little more, and make it a little bit smaller once again. And if I think it's too small, make it a little bit bigger, just like this. Alright, and once you guys do that, you're pretty much almost done with the thumbnail. Now what I like to add for jump shot thumbnails or dribble videos is I like to copy this. Okay, so basically turn on your screenshot of your custom jump shot, click on the marquee tool, and then go to this point and just click and hold and drag into the corner. Sometimes it doesn't work, but it will eventually. So just click and drag, then press Ctrl J, delete the bottom layer, and then you guys can literally just make this big, kind of take up some room, rotate it just like your text, and I did not need to do that. So just like this. And then what you guys are going to want to do is just grab the marquee tool again, and then just go where it says set shot 25 or whatever your jump shot may be. Go to filter, pixelate, mosaic, and then just choose like 10 as the size. Alright, make sure you guys also do this before you guys rotate it, because it will look very weird if you don't, just like it does right now. So as you can see, it's a little crooked, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. Sorry about that. So as you can see, it's straight now. I'm just gonna do this once again, and if you guys messed up just like I did, just press Control Alt, just select the text again, press Control Alt F, and then it will basically do the same effect once again. Sometimes the marquee tool acts very, very weird, and I'm not sure why. So, just letting you guys know that. So now you guys have this effect. You're gonna want to just drag this. Oh my god, why does it keep doing that? If it doesn't let you drag the layer up, just press Ctrl C, delete the layer, and then go to the top of the layers and press Ctrl V. That's what I always do. And then just rotate it. And what you guys are going to want to do is press Ctrl T on all of your text. Click this button up here. Make sure it's on arc, not like arc with an H, not arc with just a C at the end. And then just change the bend to like 5. And press Ctrl T, do the same thing. Change the bend to 5. Control, not best. Control T, arc, 5. Okay. And then we're gonna do the same thing for our paint splatters on the back of our text. Sorry if this video is taking a pretty decent amount of time. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys understand what I'm doing. So just like that, and then you guys can do this to the layer that has your jump shot effect type of thing. All right, and you guys can just put it right here. And once you guys do that, okay, once you guys do all of this, what you guys are going to want to do is add some effects beyond the player. So go in my pack, go to effects, cartoon effects, and just choose this effect right here. Alright, press Ctrl C, click back on the canvas, Ctrl V, and then just put this beyond your player. It's going to add a very cool effect. Alright, once you guys do that, grab this, press Ctrl C, go back to your canvas, go above all the layers, press Ctrl V, press Ctrl T once again, hold Alt, click and drag from the top right corner, just so it's not too noticeable. Go to filter, pixelate, mosaic, and then just do like cell size 5. And then once you guys do that, you guys can add some other effects as well. You guys can add some lightning effects. So let me just find one. So I'm just gonna use this one, put it across just like that, and then just add it right here. Press Ctrl U, colorize, go to the yellow or whatever color I'm using, just like this. Oh, wrong thing, I used the background by accident. Colorize, okay. Saturation all the way up. Make sure that you guys put the blend mode to linear dodge. Add. And then I like to personally blur it a little bit just so it's not so much. So I just do like a blur of 2. And I just duplicate it. Put it somewhere different. And then just put another blur on it again. And then if there's like a box around it, like this, just kind of erase that box a little bit, just like that. Okay, so once you guys do that, that's pretty much it. You guys can also go in my pack, add some arrows or whatnot. Just honestly get creative. So copy this arrow, paste it into here. I'm just gonna add it, rasterize it actually. Add the arrow, don't make it too noticeable, just like that. And then this is the -- part. Alright, one of the most important parts actually. Make a new layer, press B on your keyboard, use the key next to the P on your keyboard, which is the bracket key. There's 2 different bracket keys, alright. The one bracket key that's closest to the P is actually gonna make it smaller, and the one next to it is gonna make it bigger. Alright. So the one to the right of your keyboard is to make it bigger, the one to the left of your keyboard is to make it smaller. Alright, they're right next to each other, they're literally right above the enter sign and right next to P. Alright. So make sure that your color is black selected, and then just make it about the size of 400. Oh. Make sure that you guys change the hardness to 0 as well, just like that, and add some shadows along the corners to make like a little vignette, just like this. I always do this for my thumbnails. It just makes it look a little bit cleaner. And then I like to add a highlight. So just change the color mode to the color to white, and then just make the size about 700 zoom out, or 900 zoom out, and then just place it a couple times, click a couple times, and then yeah, once you guys do all this, make sure that's not too noticeable. You guys are going to want to go to my pack, go to color corrections, press Ctrl C, and duplicate the whole group above every single layer in your thumbnail, and then just basically add a CC. So I personally, I like the first CC a little bit, but sometimes it's too much, so the second CC is honestly a little bit better sometimes. So just add that, and then you guys are going to want to take the lock off the background layer, and then just go to the bottom layer, hold shift, click the top layer, which is going to be color corrections, press Ctrl G, Ctrl J, Ctrl E. Okay, then you guys are going to want to go to camera raw filter, and you guys are going to want to change the color, the profile to browse. Alright, once you guys press that, you guys are going to want to click this arrow right here for artistic, and you guys are going to want to choose artistic 4. Alright, what artistic 4 is, it's just kind of like another filter. It makes it look a little bit better. You guys can also add topaz as well. I honestly just forgot about that. So this is honestly an optional type of thing. If you already think your thumbnail looks good, then just do that, but you guys have to download Topaz Labs as well. I'm just using Topaz at just 5, so look up a tutorial on how to get it for Photoshop for free. And all you guys have to do is just add it onto the player, and go to Vibrant Collection, Crisp, click OK, and as you can see, it just makes the player look a little bit better. And just do the same thing, Ctrl J, Ctrl E, Ctrl camera raw filter, sorry about that. And yeah, that is pretty much how to make thumbnails on NBA 2K22. Now, all you guys are gonna need is my GFX pack, alright, to do this. You guys don't need to buy any other GFX pack. You guys don't need to spend an absurd amount of money. It's literally $6 Cash App. If we get 50 likes on this video, I will give away somebody my pack. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.